Alright, welcome back everyone. We're going to do something a little different today. Some of my friends have been saying it would be really funny to do Guess the Elo for Terraforming Mars. Now, if any of you guys have watched like Gotham Chess play, some of those, he'll get his subscribers to send in some replays, and then based on the quality of their plays, he's going to try and guess where they fall on the Elo spectrum. So we're going to try that here and see how it works. If you guys like it, we could do some more. If you don't, well, we tried something different. So this is one that was sent in to me. I have no idea about the status of the game, nor the elo of the players, so this should be fun. We should be able to have a good guess here. Our protagonist here, Ichos, did not send in this game, so as always, be nice to everyone because this is for more education. It's not meant to be rude or making fun of people. Looking at this hand, so I'd like to say I'm 700 elo. I've fallen a bit recently. I'm more like 650 right now, but I think I'll get back there. How would a 700 elo person want to approach this hand? I see Joves, and as much as I'm not a Jove guy, I think I do want to go Joves when they're this high of quality. So let's look at what we got. IO mining, I think you definitely are going to want to play this. That means we need to make sure we have 41 mega credits. TG, we definitely want to keep that because, I mean, it's a payoff to the Joves. Here is a little bit interesting. I understand IO Research Outpost has the Jovian tag, so, this is 2 points right now. But problem is it's a little slow. It's not like awful to take IO Research Outpost. I just think there are better preludes to choose from. And I also see, we have a Space Hotels here, which I can develop with an Earth Office if I take this Allied Banks as well. So I'm seeing a nice mega credit synergy here. I'm also seeing satellites, and so I'm seeing we got like Orbital Construction Yard, Helion, Space Hotels, satellites. That's a lot of prod for us, but in order to make all this work, we need to be able to afford IO mining at 41. So let's say we do Orbital and Allied Banks. That is 5 cards we can keep here. So that would be Helion. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could keep investment loan, but the problem is we'd have to immediately play it, which, I mean, it's still probably okay. It's +7 cash. The cash drag will eventually catch up to us, but not for a while. But also, we're so rich, I'm not sure it matters too much. But with the investment loan, we can force out the IO even easier and take some extra cards. So if I'm trying to force out IO, do I want to keep any extra cards? So Heather and Moss are the 2 other cards I would consider keeping here, but I just don't think they're that relevant of plant cards. Like, they're just 1 prod, and they're not really that great in the grand scheme of things. Alternatively, we could take Tharsis, which gets 3 mega credits from the placement, plus we could put it on the Titanium for an extra 3. That gives us an extra 3 cash early. But Helion has the space tag. It has 3 production. I think I'd prefer to keep Helion here. So Helion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Allied Banks, Orbital, and just plan on doing Earth Office, Investment Loan, IO to start. And then Gen 2, probably Space Hotels, Satellites, and whatever other space tags we find. And we got a really nice production start, but we're going to need to find ways to turn that production to points. So it's not like a amazing hand, but it's pretty good. Let's I didn't do all my stuff here. Let's go ahead and take care of all this. I don't know why it's set there, but you have to do it again. Alright, let's see what he does. Alright, so exactly how I'd have played it. I like it. Okay, up against an eco line, so eco line's always a little annoying to fight against. With a dome farming experimental forest, what they find, algae and greenhouses. Wow, The top two cards of the deck, nothing discarded at all, just bang bang. Love it. All right, well, it makes it easy to keep track of it. Okay, a lava flows right off the bat. The experimental forest placement is interesting as well. So, if I were going to do experimental forest, I like his idea. I'm a little sad about doing it right here because you're killing some amazing ocean rebates. But his goal is with the lava flows, he'll be able to get another conversion over here, which is worthwhile. I think I'm going to say that this placement is not ideal. I would probably put it over here for these two plants because you want to eventually get the rebates from these this ocean spot, right? So I'd slap it right here, and then lava flows and convert over here, and we have tiles on both sides of the map, and looks pretty good from there. Still not a bad opening. Yeah. Again, we're losing ocean rebates. I think this is not great, but it's a reasonable eco-line start. We're going to go a little further before I go take any guesses as to anyone's elo. Okay. Playing space hotels now. I don't think that's right. I think you're supposed to do the investment loan for the IO mining. I think there's enough upside that you should just get the 10 production, 9 production after investment loan. So get 9 production rather than 4 production. So a little mistake there. I don't agree with the space hotels over the IO mining. Of these cards, I think Noctis City is the clear winner because Ecoline is going to probably convert in this area to get the plant rebates and the lava flows, so we'll have this for some points later on in the game. A little sad to pass advanced ecosystems, but what you going to do? Yeah, I like it. Then flooding for 2 cards. I don't think MedLab is relevant for either of us. I like it. You could argue hackers if you're feeling spicy. I would just take the one that has points attached to it, though. Tropical Resort. Noctis and flooding. I don't think the other 2 are relevant. Yeah. Open just flooding on 2 cards. Yeah. Yeah. Bribe Committee, Protected Habs. Not bad. So you can do IO right now, and then Bribe Committee as well, and we're chilling. Why the Protected Habs right now? We got nothing to protect. This just costs us 2 production. And I don't know what that's about. Okay, Martian Survey into Archie. Archie's a good card for Ecoline here. Wait, what? SP City? SP City? Gonna plop the city there to take advantage of the 2 greeneries just sitting there? No, going there to block off rebates. I'll be honest. If we're gonna be planning on doing SP cities, we should have gone. Tharsis. That's a horrible play. That's absolutely awful. I'm sorry there, buddy, but play the IO mining. Don't do SP cities. Herbivores is the clear pick here. Don't give that to Ecoline. Yeah. Mine. I like mine. Solar Power, I guess he's taking it for Noctis City, but that's just not really worth it. It's inefficient power. 14 for a power and 1 point. That means you're paying a lot more than the standard project power. But I would always take mine there. Junior Pair, just because neither of these cards are that relevant. You could take the Herbies, but doesn't look like we're getting much plant prod, but it's such a good card when it does work out. I'd probably still take it as a guess. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. I don't agree with Solar Power, but I mean, since we took it over mine, I guess you can keep it. Okay, converting around Noctis, that's just what we hoped for, so we will be able to play Noctis City. What? We're playing Noctis City now? I'm sorry, he realizes that there's an IO mining in our hand, right? 3 production is not better than 8 production. Oh, jeez, man. All right. Well, at least we got a point. We are looking good for mayor, if that's our goal. And we play the sad lights now. If we're gonna play the sad lights, like the IO mining, just one more prod. Ugh. Neither of these cards are that relevant, but he is okay for us. It could be good with optimal. We have the discount from Earth Office, so I'd take imported GHG here. Building industries, not that relevant. I think grass is more relevant for what our opponent's doing, so I'd take grass. I agree. Tardigrades isn't really good. Worms isn't really good. Take your pick. I'd probably take worms. He's drafting great. Just I don't understand his plays. I don't know why we haven't played IO mining yet. If we want to play IO and not do the investment loan, we can only keep one card here. If I was going to keep one card, it'd be imported GHG. You know, maybe we just don't bother playing IO mining this game. Maybe it's just not worth it. So you see, this is like the downside of having played Noctis already. Our opponent chooses not to convert there next to the city, right? I imagine they probably would have worked their way around here if we hadn't played Noctis, but now that they know about it, they're going to go, I'll get the Titanium instead. Also, how did I miss that they played Space Elevator? Where's the mine if they are playing Space Elevator? SP Asteroid for the heat bonus? What are you doing? No! We have an IO! Play the IO! Okay, there's the mine. So, Space Elevator makes some sense there. Oh, okay, well, he has 3 plant tags. You can't give him the NRA. Just no way. Security fleet for all this titanium we're going to have? Take the probe, obviously. Science tag. It's very good. Artificial Lake is, like, it's not a horrible card. It's just not that good. It's a SP Ocean. Gives you a point. So it's like not like awful, but it's not great. And comparatively, giving opponents a science tag could enable scary stuff like AI and anti-grav and Mars U. So always take the science tags when the rest of the hand is pretty mediocre. Fuel Factory, I guess. Could do Aquifer Pumping too if you're feeling spicy. I don't think either is very good. I would take the cheaper Builder tag since our opponent's at halfway towards Builder. I would take NRA. We're a little sad we didn't keep the Moss and Heather, but I think it was right to have skipped. Okay, Immigrant City. Our opponent is going to be fighting us on this mayor. I could tell. Not a bad play. I think it's just too soon. There's no like pressure on Immigrant City unless he thinks we're about to SP City for mayor. But there's no pressure on the milestone, so there's no reason to expect that. The only reason to do this is he didn't want to be floating the power. But we already floated the power for a whole gen. It's unlikely he has energy tapping now. So I don't see the need to lower my income by 1, but it ain't awful. We'll see what happens. Dude. SP Ocean? Into SP Ocean? Are we going to do an SP Greenery into a conversion now? Okay, big asteroid, neener. We have protected habs. Landlord funded. Okay. I mean, you are ahead for now. Playing grass into conversion. Okay. What were the oceans for, though? Like, I don't understand. That we don't have any ocean payoff cards. We know our opponent has an ocean payoff card of algae. So why are we enabling the algae here? Mining rights and getting back the escarpment is really funny, but I don't think it's that relevant. I would take business contacts here. Callisto, man, if we played the IO, we'd finally be able to play the Callisto here. But is it even good, Gen 6, having not played IO? I think I would just take the virus here. Yeah. Escarpment's really funny, but I would say we just don't plan on getting steel prod this game. Just take the farming. His drafts are really good. Everything I say to do, he does. So, I mean, props to him. He's an excellent drafter. I just can't begin to figure out what the game plan is here. I'd buy 3. I would skip the Callisto now that we haven't played IO mining for 5 gens. Yeah. Virus kills 5 plants. I like it. Business contacts finds us bushes and probably take the dev center even though it's not good. These cards are worse. Yeah. Mining rights blocks our city. Sure. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Okay. This SP asteroid at least makes some sense, right? Now we're going to play the bushes. And we're going to make some progress on plant prod, work towards NRA. Like, I'm good with this SP asteroid. I'd rather play the IO, but since we haven't, I get the SP asteroid for bushes here. Good with that. He takes Gardener, goes for the Aquifer. Yeah, makes perfect sense because he wants to play the algae. Personally, I wouldn't have done that when you have no follow-up for it. Like, you could find Ice Asteroid next gen, and then you kind of feel bad. So wait till next gen and then open SP Ocean if you need to. Ooh. Okay, I don't like this. Paying 11 for power to turn on the dev center is okay in like Gen 2 or 1 if you're rich, or 3 like earlier in the game. And it's okay later in the game if you don't have any impactful plays, but look at our hand. We got impactful plays. We don't need to be spending 22 on 1 card each gen. Excuse me. 22. We didn't buy this from hand. 22 for essentially like 3 cards, right? 7, 8, 9. Depends on how fast the game's going, but it sure seems like it's going pretty quick right now. Just doesn't seem worth it. Oh, giant ice asteroid. See, that's why you don't SP the ocean. Yeah, that's incredible. You definitely take that. I agree. Convoy. See, you could have had the ocean there. I would probably take the research is good too. Maybe take the research and plan on doing a cheeky scientist fund. Convoy from Europa is just not good, but it's decent for Ecoline is the problem. I'd go research, I think. Yeah. Capital's funny, but not good enough. Indentured's just better. Okay. The first disagreement I have with is drafting, but even then, Capital's not bad. It's just we don't have the power to justify playing it, and neither does our opponent. So I would take GIA. I don't even know if you really take research, but I think you probably can, just to go for like a scientist fund. We should be able to get Terraformer here with GIA and to claim. Yeah. Converts for 6 back. Yeah, I like it. What? We're just converting and leaving the heat bonus just floating for our opponent to take, huh? They play their algae, yeah. They're at 6 plants now. Now would be a real good time to play that GIA. We're playing research? We don't need to see new cards. We got cards. We got cards in the hand right now. Plantation and Nitro Moss. So, alright, well, NRA's online now. That's cool. Robo Workforce, the Dome farming. I mean, it's not horrible, but don't you think SP Greenery and Convert might be a little more relevant? getting us to 35 TR, getting us Terraformer milestone, when our protagonist here, Ichos, could have had Giant Ice Asteroid to take Terraformer. Are we going to play Giant Ice Asteroid now? No, we're going to play Nitro Moss now. Alright, we're going to play NRA? Okay. He does know NRA is a good card. That does get us up to Terraformer. So, a little slower than I liked, but we can take it. Okay. We did give away the O2 bonus, so our opponent also is at 35 TR. But we have investment loan, or we could use heat. We can claim Terraformer now. Okay. Okay. We got Terraformer at least. Ecozone is kinda really good, I'd say. Protected Valley is okay. Not really great. It's basically just like an SP Greenery. Mining Area, it's kind of fun for Landlord, but nothing I'd chase after too hard. I just do the Ecozone. Yeah, I like it. And the Decomposers too, don't mind if I do. Yeah. Mining Area I would take because of Landlord, even though you can use the Symbiotic Fungus on Decomposers. I think it's better to just work towards fighting Landlord a little bit. 5 tiles ahead when, we got GIA and all this other stuff, it's fightable. I would have taken the mining area for that reason as well, but it's fine. Okay, I'm good with the conversion, though I'd prefer to have had the herbivores point. Can we do the GIA now? Why are we not playing the GIA? Our opponent has 8 plants. I guess he doesn't want to give away the ocean bonus because he's at 1 heat short. So going back to last gen, if he calculated he'd be 1 heat short, instead of just claiming Terraformer with the heat, playing investment loan, and then claiming with the money and saving our heat to then do Giant Ice Asteroid into Ocean, bonus Ocean with the heat would have been really good here. But we didn't. Okay, opponent converts and plays Deimos and gets the free Ocean. Okay, that's just brutal. Okay, play the Decomposers before the Ecozone is a general thing I'd recommend because you basically just missed the point on the Decomposers. Oh. Yeah, well now you could play the Decomposers. That works too. Yeah. Reverse the order, but I get it. Sometimes you're moving quickly and you make a mistake. But yeah, well, GIA's now lost all of its value since our opponent has now SP'd an ocean because we SP'd 2 oceans. So that sucks. Protected Valley, that's fine. Kind of cute. Okay, we play the herbivores now. If we were going to play herbivores, I'd have preferred we do it before we converted our plants for greenery. I get he is wanting to wait on Deco and Eco, but we don't have to convert plants because we have protected Habs, so we don't have to worry about our plants getting blown up by like a Demos. Okay, plantation's good. I like that. Get a conversion, but I wouldn't convert just yet because our opponent has more than 10 money. That means that we could have birds lurking around, and I would not want to get hit by birds in this situation. So I'd wait. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of funding Thermalist on Helion, but here I think it's completely okay. There's really no reason for our opponent to ever get Heat Prod this close to the end of the track. And we have a pretty comfortable lead at 10 Heat to 0. And there's no science line for like Mass Converter to make life miserable. Optimal Arrow Breaking is really the only thing, but even then there's not many space events left that are worth playing to combo with Optimal. So yeah, I'm good with the Thermalist fund here. Yeah, there it is. There's the birds. That's why you play around the 13% oxygen wherever you can. Okay, these cards are all terrible. I would take sponsors and plan on trying to fund Banker. I think we're already winning Banker. Another Jove. If only. If only. The Heat, because of Thermal is funded. Passing the Joves when you got IOTG from the opening hand. He's consistent. Yeah. Regolith. Sure. I wouldn't play GHG. It's really not worth it at this point. Wouldn't play sponsors either. I have enough faith that we're just winning. Banker as is, and I would just fund the Banker. Okay, conversions, that's all fine. Drawing cards, fine. CEOs is fun. Okay, opponents looking like they're wanting to end, but unless they've got like Nuke Zone, they can't really end here. I like funding Banker. Raising Heat's a little sketchy though. If he has Nuke Zone, he can just end. SP Asteroid. He could just end right now by raising the Heat. He could just sell 6 cards and SP twice. Ooh, okay. That's not good. Farming is good. There's the greenhouses for another conversion. Yellow is going to really need to convert for this plant here. That way they can convert again. But... Oh! It's for builder. They're not planning on ending this gen. I guess they think it's too risky to risk ending right now. Instead, they're just going to take the surefire 5 points from the builder. I think I'd stall a little bit. You don't have to make any real commitment yet and just see what your opponent does. Like if our opponent, if Ichos here just passed right now, then you don't have to do and spend your money here, right? You can just SP the 2 asteroids and you basically, see, it was tied. And you get the 2 greeneries to his 1 and you'd win. So, yeah, I just stalled a little bit, but it depends on the cards in hand. Maybe he just couldn't have stalled. Okay, for cash, if it helps him end, it's worth it, but otherwise I'd go for the points right now. Alright. We're playing Heat Prod for reasons I can't begin to explain. I'm glad we sold the IO finally. Tundra Farming. Tundra Farming is a bad card, but it's fine. If you can't end and win here, then it makes sense to pass. And I think knowing what I know, we have absolutely no scoring in hand except for an SP City. So that would be plus 3 points. So 77. If Piltech had done his plays, he played Rad Suits, Tundra Farming, and Greenhouses, so we'd have 1 conversion. Yeah, I think he has to play some of these cards, so it is what it is. I think he's correct to just go for the builder. It was too close of a game in order to risk going for the end here. Alright, sold TG2. I'm glad we got rid of that useless card as well. Yeah, Titanium Mine, I guess. It doesn't matter. Asteroid, because the other cards don't really matter, though you could argue Power. But Asteroid can make his life a little irritating when it comes to getting more conversions. He's 1 plant like on spot right now. Taking Asteroid and playing it to make his plants awkward, it has a lot of value, so I like that. Yeah. Yeah, Fusion doesn't matter. I would just take Asteroid, or you could take Giant Ice. Just play Giant Ice Asteroid. It's whatever flavor you feel like. I do think with such low card counts in Gen 10 here, I would SP a city, because I think SP City is pretty good. So I would play the Asteroid, and then I'd SP a city right now. All my SP City fans out here loving to hear that. What? You're just converting and creating a 4-point city for your opponent? What are you doing? You're not even destroying your opponent's plants when you play the asteroid? And you're not taking it? You're just doing the birds action? Oh my gosh. We're bailed out. Bailed out. I cannot believe a 4-point city was just left there in Gen 10 when you both have so few cards. Okay. Raising heat now, I agree with. Okay, here's the Mars University trying to find him a card. Nothing's flipped. Yeah, SP Greenery is all you can do here. Add the resource to Eco Zone. That brings Eco Zone to 6. Sure. Notice here, Decomposers at 4. If we'd played it the correct way, Decomposers would be another point right now. Advanced Ecosystems. Okay, that's a really good card. Playing the investment loan finally. Alright, so let's talk about investment loan here. You don't have to play investment loan in the very last gen of the game. I know it feels good because, hey, I got all this free money and it didn't cost me anything, but it still cost you something. It had an opportunity cost of 3 mega credits for buying it that you've dragged along the entire game, only to now get 7 mega credits. Like, does that really sound like a great investment? If you were to put your money into a bank expecting it to collect interest and then you just let it sit there for 10 generations and it only doubled, would you be like, yeah, that's good? No, you'd want it to double a little quicker than that. And so, you know, Gen 5, I had played Gen 1 personally, but like even Gen 5, just play it, get the money while it has time to compound. Waiting until the very end is just not a good return on that money. Also, a 3-point city here, just sitting here. There's also a 2-point city here, a 2-point city here. I don't think there's a need to like rush for the city. Ecoline needs to figure out if they want to end or not. That's their dilemma here. Release of inert gases into SP asteroid if they're winning. Okay. So obviously Ecoline doesn't know what their cards are, but they're up by 3 points. Like Thermalist isn't flipped. So take the SP asteroid, you're up 4 points. And you say your opponent, I don't know how you're scoring 4 points with 12 cash and 2 cards. Media Archives even. Okay. Yeah, SP the asteroid. Playing the asteroid now, but the asteroid now doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They are at 7 plants. That means you kill one, but they still produce another one. That's why it was so critical to have done it earlier when you were destroying a greenery. Okay, 1 plant there for the herbies. And the landlord barely secured. That's why, as much as I talk about landlord's a good thing to fund, funding it at 8 there was still incredibly risky for the eco line. But he managed to pull it out. I can't help but feeling like if we had played the IO mining, this game might have gone a little bit better for us. Or if we played the GIA, or if we played the asteroid. Asteroid just wins the game on the spot, right? Because that kills a tile for Ecoline here. And with Ecoline losing a tile, Landlord's tied. Plus 5 points, plus a swing on the TR of 2 points. Yeah, that's just a win. Of course, then maybe Ecoline could have afforded to SP a city, and the tile doesn't work anymore. There's lots of things that could have been changed about this game, but I definitely think this was winnable with correct play. So if I had to guess ELOs here, Red has put me in a difficult spot because their drafting I would consider to be on the level of like a 600 level player. But their plays, I would probably put around 200 elo. So where would I have to guess on this one? I'm gonna say 230 for red. Green, I thought played reasonably well. Um, there were some things I thought were a little weird, but I didn't see anything I thought was that strange, except being afraid of some SP greeneries when they would have been really advantageous for green. For Ecoline, I'm saying green. Thinking Ecoline equals green. If I had to give Ecoline a score, I was not able to see their drafting, but uh, nothing weird was passed. All the plays made some sense. It was the only real gripe I have with the Ecoline is these ocean placements here. Uh, so if I were to gripe about that, I would probably just give them a rating of 450 to 500 for yellow. That's kind of where I'd go, but it's hard to say without being able to see their drafts. But let's take a look at the elos here. Yeah, 221. I was right on the money with my 225 guess. Great drafting. You're a phenomenal drafter, iChoss, but just got to work on your overall game strategy a little bit. Piltech, let's see. 259. Yeah, I think he played better than I would expect 259 to play uh, with his prioritization of cards and how it all worked out. I think it was a very reasonable Ecoline hand and execution. Just these are the only real gripe I have. So, good job. I think you played above your elo there, Plytech. But well, that's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the Guess the Elo edition of this review. And if you want to see more, let me know and send in some clips like this where it goes right to the replay and I don't get the chance to see Elos or who won, and I can get a better analysis of just looking at skill where I'd expect Elos to be. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.